So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to quickly move on. We're going to try to give you some game balls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go first. It's somebody that I believe you and I both picked. The only person we can give it to, really, on the offensive side of the ball, Curtis Samuel. 3 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown. The one run up the middle. Curtis Samuel being back, I honestly think it just revitalizes our offense. And I know it's been a struggling offense, but having him on the field, you can tell the difference between having him on the field and what that does for Terry McLaurin, what it does for Antonio Gibson, the run game, and just in the quarterback. Had both Carson Wentz and Taylor Heineke he's been one of their favorite targets. So having him on the field has been huge. If you look at the stat sheet, it doesn't really jump off the page. Only 3 catches and only 1 run, but at the same time, the impact of some of those catches on third downs, deep balls where we really needed it. The one major play where he probably the smallest guy in that pack of three or four the corners that were over there and safeties, he jumps up, makes the play, and then has the presence of mind to then jump up and hop into the end zone because let's be very honest, there's no guarantees we score even from the one. We've had troubles at times in the red zone. So that's my game ball on offense. What do you think? I know we talked about that's who you were thinking.
Yeah, similar play. My game ball goes to the Mr. Official, the back judge. Yeah. Thank you so much for tripping up the safety and making it only a 2-on-1 play instead of a 3-on-1.
Right.
And Curtis Samuel's able to catch it and roll into the end zone for a big touchdown and a 49-yard pass play for the Commanders. Thank you, Mr. Official.
Yes, sir. Your check is in the mail, sir. Yo, what's your game ball on defense, Will?
Defense, I'm going to go back to I keep saying these guys, but it's because they're having just a phenomenal season. And that's our 2 defensive tackles, John Allen and Daron Payne. They're constantly putting pressure on the quarterbacks. They're constantly knifing through and making tackles on running backs. And they're just outperforming what I thought they could be. I mean, this is exactly what we were hoping for when we drafted these guys. Could we get really impactful defensive tackles? And it took them until 4 or 5 years or a change in the defensive scheme potentially to allow them to attack. And they are helping the revitalized defense. They're the anchors of it as we've gotten so much better. As Nathan says, if you look at the stats, our defense is way better than what it is perceived based on what we're doing up front.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it shows. I mean, we held them to what, if I'm not mistaken, under 50 yards of rushing.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook. Yeah. Dalvin Cook he had 47 maybe.
Yeah. So our defense has been showing up, and I mean, look. Speaking of, we were going to talk about it a little bit later. The Eagles game, we held them to 62 yards rushing. We held Zeke to under 50 yards on the ground. The same thing. So we can do that. We have been doing that this year. So yeah, I definitely love it. And look, going with that defense, we have an improved secondary. And I'm not going to put it all on William Jackson III. Hopefully, everything is working well for him in Pittsburgh. Oh, snap.
I'm happy doing it.
But look, we cannot overlook the fact that communication is improved. These guys are playing together, and that shows. Bobby McCain and Cam Curl led in tackles, but it's not these huge gash plays. I mean, they were tackling deep on some deep balls they were throwing, but they're coming up to the line. We talked about it a week ago, how they were definitely making plays in the backfield and getting tackles for loss. That is huge. Then you add in Benjamin St-Juste. Only had 3 tackles, but I'm going to tell you something, man. This guy, and I didn't know this. I didn't think about this till I talked to Alex, you guys in the chat, on what should happen, and you were saying Benjamin St-Juste was on their guy. You said you were talking about it earlier today, on Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson had 7 catches for 115 yards, but he was targeted a whole heck of a lot. And with the exception, we also know that touchdown, which was a good play, like you said. But with the exception of a lot, like he shut them down. And if you look at that third down, right before Ridgeway obviously got the penalty, they threw to Justin Jefferson in the end zone. And Benjamin St-Juste was right there with the da-da. Let's go. So, I have to shout him out for playing the way he did. I mean, a lot of corners are going to have long days when they're playing one of the premier wide receivers in the league. So for him to have that kind of day, it was great. And then I got to shout out to your guy, Danny Johnson. Got an interception right before the half. Let's go, man. You're on the team. Proud of you, my friend. But the secondary, this has been one of the places outside of linebacker that we've really talked about has been struggling, you know, and you know, different pieces have been moving in and out. So to see them finally coming together, hey, right on time. We need it. We need it.
Yep.
So you have that's it, right? That's it.
That's 2 game balls. Yep. Offensive defense.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.